Hi guys, it's Michelle from Michelle Bennett Health. Going to talk tonight about a topic that I think a lot of you sort of know about. You know why it's bad, but maybe, or you've heard that it's bad, but you're not really sure why you shouldn't be eating it, right? So if you're watching me live, drop a 1. If you're catching the replay, drop a 2. So what am I talking about? So tonight I'm going to actually talk about this right here, the good old white bread, right? I think we have a love-hate relationship with it. A lot of people love it. We know that we shouldn't eat it, but we're not really sure why. So I just want to go over, I've got 4 reasons actually why you should ditch the white bread, right? So first of all, I'll mention it at the end too, but if you're interested in this topic and want to learn a little bit more, a great book to read is actually called Wheat Belly. I read it a couple years ago. Really opened my eyes to wheat and why it's not as great, I guess, as what we think it is, right? Especially in our generation. So 4 reasons why you should ditch the white bread. So number 1, this bread here, this white bread, has 0 nutritional value. It's actually made from refined white flour. So they take the wheat and they refine it. They take all the nutrients out of it. They take everything out of it so that it's white, and they make flour out of it. And also check your labels, because if something says enriched wheat flour, which it means it's basically just white flour, and they've just added back a little bit of nutrition to it to try and make it sound like it's better. So it's the same as white, okay? So even if it says enriched wheat flour, it's still not great. So that was number 1 reason. So number 2 reason, I actually work with quite a few diabetics, and I've done some training in diabetes, and I actually have gone on quite a few doctor's appointments with many diabetics. And anyway, they should not be eating white bread. So why? Basically, because when you eat this white bread, it breaks down really, really fast in your body because there's no nutrition in it. And it breaks down. So simple carbs break down into sugar. And so it increases the blood sugar level in your body, right? So diabetics are recommended that they eat something that's like something like this, something that's more of a whole grain, because it takes a lot longer to break down in their body, a whole grain bread, and you're not going to get that spike in your blood sugar, right? So reason number 3 is actually white bread will increase your risk of type 2 diabetes. That's pretty scary. So because you've got that vicious cycle of eating the white, the simple carbs, whatever it is, it could be white pasta or it could be white bread. So you're getting the spike in the blood sugar. So then your body is going to try and compensate. So your body releases the insulin to try and lower your blood sugar, right, in your body. So when this occurs over and over and over and over and over again, your cells in your body actually become resistant to insulin, right? So it's just like a vicious cycle that happens. So if you are trying to ward off type 2 diabetes, like stay away from the white flour, the white bread, the white pastas, right? There's so many better options out there nowadays. And so the last reason that I have here jotted on my notes is actually weight gain. So if you're watching those scales, if you're looking to lose a few pounds, right, try substituting the white things for something else, and you will find a difference, right? Right, so the white bread, the white pasta, things like that. So because the simple carbs will increase the sugar in your body, right? It's going to increase the sugar in your body. So unless you're vigorously exercising or you're doing something to burn that sugar off, your body is actually going to store it as fat, right? And the other reason too is, have you ever had a big pasta meal and then like an hour or 2 after you feel like you're starving, you're like, why am I so hungry after I had that huge meal of spaghetti or whatever it was? It's because you know, if it was a white pasta, so it increased your blood sugar level, and then your body released the insulin and broke it down really fast, and then now you feel like you're empty. So, you know, you're going to go and look for something else to eat. So so you're taking in extra calories, and when you take in extra calories, it's going to get stored as fat, right? You're going to be overeating and things like that, right? So it is a vicious cycle. So I encourage all of you to read your labels, right? So if you can substitute anything white for something a little bit like a whole grain, right? Something that has, this one actually has quinoa in it and sprouted, right? So it actually says whole grain, whole wheat flour. So you want, right? Something actually has to say whole grain. Because if it's not, if it says just enriched flour, you're just getting white flour, and they've tried to add a few nutrients or vitamins or something back to make it sound like it's not actually white, but it actually is, right? Anyway, so that's a few little tips. So go and check your pantries and your cupboards, and I encourage you to, like I said, if you're interested in this topic, check out that book, Wheat Belly, because it's very, very interesting, and it talks all about wheat and how the wheat that we're eating today is different from the wheat that, you know, people years ago have eaten, because the wheat today is actually genetically modified, and our bodies just can't really, I guess, handle it and stuff like that. So it's really, really interesting. But I do think that this, you know, it's sort of is causing a lot of problems in our society today, the white bread. So definitely the whole grains are the way to go. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. So like I said at the beginning, if you're watching live, drop me a 1. If you're catching the replay, drop a 2. And if you have any questions at all, drop them down in the comments. And I hope that I'm not sideways on my video, because all of my comments are sideways. I have no idea why. Anyway, yeah, I just realized that all my comments are sideways, so I don't know why. It shouldn't be, but anyway, guys, so I will see you back here tomorrow. Anyway, hope you guys found this valuable. Bye.